They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists cause our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate, you tell us that it is.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Democrat Don, back in the house once again.
Yep. And
What?
I'm wearing...
Say something.
As you guys see, I'm wearing my red, white, and blue, and I'm here to try to red pill Democrat Don.
Wearing my rainbow flag sweater.
Yo, people went off the rails on our last reaction.
I know,
you said
so
something
funny.
about a gun safety.
I said something about, like, I think you said something about finger on triggers, and I was like, I hope he's got trigger discipline. People were mad in the comments. Apparently, I need some training with firearms. That's one of the things. I bet you've never held a gun in your life, dude.
All right. We're going to try to red pill Democrat Don here today, you guys.
That is actually the most hate comments that I've ever gotten on a video. Imagine making a small throwaway joke about a trigger and everyone in the comments getting triggered. That's kind of ironic. You've got to admit.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think it's like rain on your wedding day?
It's like making a joke about triggers.
All right, enough.
And everyone getting triggered.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's put Don on. Let's get him to the right side of history. 40.
40-year-old boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town.
What? Blah, 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 blah.
The boys are back in town.
40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears.
40.
All right, you guys, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. And also, you guys, I'm back in business. I'm going to be performing live on December 16th. It's a Saturday at Sunshine Studios in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It's an all-ages event. And I'm actually headlining a hip-hop Christmas food and toy drive for the community. And so any people out there who are from Colorado or neighboring states and been wanting to travel to see me perform, this is your time. I'm going to put the link to the description to the tickets. And also, I know we have a bunch of out-of-the-country fans. If you just want to support a good cause, you can also buy tickets, and all proceeds do go to the families in need. We'll be delivering the food and toys and all that stuff this holiday season. We vlog it and do all types of stuff for the channel. But if you want to support a great cause, link in the description. Now, let's get into this. This is Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun. This is on Adam Calhoun's channel, so make sure to go check out Adam Calhoun's channel. Show him some love. And this is, I believe it's Your America. Let me just make sure I'm saying that right. This is on The Brave Part 2 that just dropped, you guys. So here we go. Don has never seen this, and I think we got to get him a little more patriotic. So here we go. Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun, Your America. Let's see what Don has to say about this.
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists cause our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate, you tell us that it is. The complexities of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. I'm not Republican, but keep it 100, they making sense. The most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. I think Black Lives Matter, they think white lives matter less, and LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are...
He has nothing against you, Don. All right, keep listening.
I think Black Lives Matter, they think white lives matter less, and LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. They've been starting World War III, we shipping missiles still. They don't want America great, they want it miserable. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America.
You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
Bro, that's wild. Got the First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. That was one of the things that, I read in the comments for, the the last video that we did. What is it? American flags.
Yeah.
And somebody was just like, you know, this is what's wrong with America. They're promoting violence. They're promoting hatred. You know, this is garbage.
Oh, so someone was hating in the comments on them.
That's what they were saying.
Got you.
Man, somebody's got to say it. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Somebody has to say these things because we are going in a very, very weird direction, you know? And it's crazy to me that you have people on the left. So this is where it gets weird because I considered myself Democratic. You know, I voted that way typically. And then in the last like 4 years, it feels like the left lost their damn minds. I was like, how do these people represent me? How is this? This isn't what I stood for. I thought we were supposed to be about openness, acceptance, being willing to listen to other people's views. All of that went out the window. And some of the things that just boggle my mind, you know, he's talking about it. You know, I've spoken about this, you know, having the drag shows in school. I never had a problem with it. I've been to drag shows myself. But the minute that my son comes home from school saying that he feels uncomfortable because they forced him to go to a drag show, then everything changes. Because number one, what does that have to do with education? You know, America's failing. We have, I don't know, I think I brought up this stat, but it's worth mentioning. Do you know what the average reading level is of Americans?
Not off top. I know it's super low.
8th grade. That's across the board, right? Across the board, we have an 8th grade reading level of our nation. And that contributes to the education of society, of voting. When you have a, you know, class of voters who can only read at an 8th grade level, what does that tell you about their knowledge base?
Yeah.
And where the direction of the country is going? So I'm like, why are we spending time focusing on that when we need to bring this up? Yeah. And then secondly, when he says that I was uncomfortable and didn't want to be there and that he talked to a teacher and wanted to be removed from the class, then there's nothing acceptable about that.
Yeah.
But, you know, the other thing that I just wanted to throw out there is the defund the police thing. It's like, you know, they talk about Black Lives Matter and it's known if you actually care about these issues, which I do. And so I've spent the time to read about what it would take to fix these communities. One of the number one things that you have to do when you have a very violent community, a very destructive community, one where drugs are being sold, this is known. They have the stats. It's like 5 or 10% of the population that is actually doing most of the crimes. And they know who these people are because they're through the system. And they know the neighborhoods that they're coming from and the hot spots. And the way to address this is to have a bigger police presence. So when you have a neighborhood that has massive, you know, shootings, gang violence, drug activity, you don't pull out. What you do is you focus your resources into that neighborhood so that they realize that there's a police presence.
Sounds like I don't need to red pill you. You red pilled yourself. All right, here we go, you guys. Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun, Your America, and Democrat Dawn is checking this out for the first time. Here we go.
Words I never heard in life. Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home, they get murdered. Like, who's concerned? Not the left or the right. Hope you ready for the fight. Coming to your front door tonight. The former president got arrested, the current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids get molested, pedophiles all get protected, and you can kill a baby anytime if you're pregnant. People so weak, feel free to take a knee, and you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree. I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. Divide us up, I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for when shit hits the fan. And how the woman of the year is a man, I'm pretty sure I never really understand.
You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America.
You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
That was a bar when he said that, you know, something about people so weak, feel free to take a knee. That's hard. That's a hard ass line. I don't care who you are. That's a hard line.
The hard line is too, like, it's kind of touching. It's like we used to go to, like, men used to go to war.
That was the other one that and now we make memes. Bro, this is what drives me crazy. It's a hypocrisy.
Now, I'm not a warmonger either, but it's just that, you know, being able to say, hey, I want to, you know, I'm willing to fight for my country versus, hey, I'm going to sit and make memes. That's what he's being expressed there. Even though we know that our government puts us in wars we don't need to be in. So let's make that distinction before you go off the rails about America.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing is that I think that the corruption exists on both sides and it runs deep on both sides, and that's the overall problem. So when we get caught in this left versus right thing, I know we like to joke around about it on the podcast, and we miss the fact that they're both robbing us. That we're basically getting Eiffel Towered because we're taking it from both ends,
this is
right?
Facts.
And that
ATM.
them, yes, exactly. And so
ATM,
this is why, you know, I have problem with these conversations.
That's why you got a muddy mustache.
Exactly, I got that dirty Sanchez going on, but you know, there's so much in this song, and that it's hard for me to just like glance over it. That's why I actually like Tom MacDonald, Adam Calhoun, because they're addressing these issues, and it's something that needs to be spoken about. I mean, you know, the music of the 60s, the anti-war music that became so popular, was talking about the status quo and dealing with it, right? Hip hop, punk rock, you know, became prevalent because they were talking a lot about the corruption. And right now it seems like that's missing from the conversation, right? You know, people aren't talking about, you know, the corruption and the things that are going on. Everybody's just making pop music. So somebody has to do it. And that's why I appreciate that they're having these convos, because it goes so deep. It's like you have people on the left that on one hand are telling you that we need to do, assault weapons, we need to take them away. But then on the same hand, the same token, they're supporting Ukraine and saying, let's give billions of dollars, more money than we spent in a 20-year war in Afghanistan and Iraq we've sent to Ukraine. Think about that. And they're saying we need to take away their guns.
You're not sounding very democratic,
but we need to ship them, right? And then everybody's up in arms about what's happening in Israel, right? The fact of the matter is the police aren't going to save you. If you need help, guess what? You're screwed. That's what the whole purpose of this is.
Okay. Should we start calling you Don MAGA from now on, or what? What's going on here?
Us, we're the ones to blame. You're the ones who riot till the city's up in flames. You told us we've been spreading lies, but you believe the truth is on the news every night. You told us we gotta stop the fighting, but you're the ones who keep the country angry and divided. You told us we're crazier than you, but all of our conspiracy theories are coming true. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America.
You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
Somebody else put something in the comments. I've heard this before, that conservatives are the new form of punk rock, or they're, you know, the ones that are going against the grain. And somebody responded, and that's like the stupidest thing that I've ever heard of. But I'm going to be real with you. When I first heard that, I was like, that's kind of becoming true. Because, you know, when you start going against the status quo is what the popular thing is.
The popular narrative.
Right. What the popular narrative is. And so people are like, no, that's so ridiculous, because typically, you know, Christian conservatives or conservatism was the dominant force in America.
They were trying to mute the mute people.
They were trying to censor people, you know, the Gores, they were burning, you know, CDs
Snoop Dogg
and doing
CDs,
all that.
Two Live Crew CDs.
There was a time when that was true, but I'm starting to lean that way and just say, like, whether you like it or not, doesn't mean they're right, doesn't mean they're wrong, but it's like, that's not the popular thing anymore.
They're going against
it. Is not what's popular. It's not what Hollywood is pushing. It's not what, you know, the mainstream media or the news is pushing. Now it's not cool. Like, it used to be that was the predominant force, and you had the majority with you, which meant, you know, most of the media, most of music, most of politicians.
They were playing Paint the Town Red at the Broncos game the other day. Or you know, like, I've been seeing it because I don't watch sports, but my family does. And I was like, what? And I heard it was the instrumental, but they seep the programming in. If you go watch the music video and listen to the lyrics of Paint the Town Red.
I don't even know what that is.
Yes, you did. We reacted to it. What are you talking about?
Paint the Town Red?
Yeah, Doja Cat. Paint the Town Red.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't realize that was an
Oh, yeah. But Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, but that's how they sink it in. And then it's on
Yeah.
TikTok a million times. And people are just saying
Yeah.
the lyrics. And it's just crazy. That's the popular narrative. That's what's being pushed. And I actually said that in a reaction to Bryson Gray and someone else. I said exactly what you said. And one of them sampled it and put it at the beginning of their records because I was like, yo, it's kind of ironic that conservatism is shunned so much in America now.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like NWA. It sounds crazy, but when you think about what NWA was saying at the time, and then you see what people are saying now, it's just, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to even make those analogies, but it is what it is. Anyways.
I feel
good
like
call
we
on
got to do a back-to-back like Tom MacDonald versus Eminem, where Eminem's like dissing Trump and see which is a better, which is a banger, which one we hold up.
Holla.
People will hate us for that.
Hey. All right, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. If you rock with the vibe, subscribe, tap into the comments, and let us know what you think about America, what you think about some of our takes here. W or L. Holla.
Dude, I could go on for days, bro.
We all could.
Thank you for being some man.
Rumble.
40 years
Join us on
down the
Rumble.
road, back again.
Rumble.com.
Sneako.